Well, and we're back at it. Day 2. Let's get this show on the road. Took a small trade with Gorilla, didn't pan out. It was moving up, breaking highs. I got in, it started to pull back, so you know, got out for small loss. Morning, Mike. Good morning, Selena. Thank you very much for sharing. Good morning, Kenyan. How are you? I do have a headache at the moment. So I've taken some ibuprofen, but I've been in the sun. The problem is I've been in the sun quite a bit today, and that's probably why I've got the headache. So maybe a little bit of sun damage. Hey Neil, how you doing? Yeah, there's not a lot moving at the moment. It is CPI day today, which those numbers will drop in about 3 minutes, just under 3 minutes. So 2.5 minutes. So I'll put it on the SPY. Let's see what action happens as the numbers for the consumer price index drops. So that's due to drop in about just over 2 minutes. So we'll watch the SPY. What do I think of edible? Oh, let's have a look at the chart before the numbers drop for edible garden. It's below what I normally like to trade, as you know, Jakinia, but it is up today. It's got reasonable volume. Over $2 could be interesting, but it's consolidating around the VWAP at the moment. So if it gets above $2 and breaks $2, it might be interesting. Watch for the volume though, because the volume's quite sporadic, and yeah, it could be interesting if it gets over $2. Right, let's have a look at the CPI data. That should drop in about 90 seconds. What are you guys watching already? Have you taken any trades? Are you waiting? Are you being patient? Which is probably the best thing to do at the moment. There's not really a lot moving. Mogo is moving up. It's probably the biggest mover at the moment. MOGO. But I'm not going to switch across to that when we've got a minute before the CPI. I'll tell you what I'll do. I will switch to that and then I'll come back to the SPY. More go. It's a slow price stop. This was the biggest mover at the moment. Not really my cup of tea. It's below the VWAP. Probably not something I would recommend trading. Don't make recommendations. I'm not a financial advisor. No financial advice. But look, it is what it is. I'm watching BTGN. I've got that on the watch list. I've got Li Autos on the watch list. I'm going to take Capri off, given that that's looking like they did have earnings, but it's looking like it's going to be an acquisition. So I'm going to take that off the watch list. I just need something to replace it with. Probably AppLovin at this moment in time. Not great volume. There's not a lot moving at the moment, so we'll just see what happens now. Here's where we go. So CPI data dropping. And we're getting the volatility. So CPI data just dropped. Pretty much in line with expectation. Month over month, 0.2%, as was as versus the estimation, and the 0.2% prior. Year over year, 3.2 versus a 3.3 estimation, so slightly lower, which is a good thing. Core CPI year over year, 4.7% versus the 4.8% estimate. So that's reasonably good. Nothing to get really excited about, but the market's having a little bit of a bullish spike. We'll see, will it sustain? Will that continue through? So this is the SPY, the Spider S&P 500 from State Street. It's an ETF, but it tracks the SPX. It tracks the S&P 500. But all the markets are having a similar reaction. If you go to the NASDAQ, so the Invesco Triple Q, it tracks the NASDAQ 100. This is the tech stocks. So that's had the spike on those CPI numbers as well. If you track the Russell, the IWM is a iShares Russell Index ETF from iShares. And then, of course, you've got the Spider Dow Jones, which is another State Street ETF, tracking the Dow Jones Industrial Index. So that's moved up. Not great volume on the Spider Dow Jones, but it does track the position fairly well. So the market's moving up slightly. Bit of a bullish spike. Will that prompt some bullish momentum today? Will we get over 450? Will be of interest. Be interesting if we do. What are your thoughts? Will the market be bullish today? Based on that CPI data, will the market be bullish today? Let me know your thoughts. And guys, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Give us a like. I'm just back after almost a month sabbatical, so it's good if you show the appreciation for me coming back and streaming live late in the evening. Where I am, it's 8:32 p.m. right now for me, so smash that like button. Make sure that I'm feeling loved and that you're appreciating my efforts here. So just hit that thumbs up button for me. Cheers. Hey Alberto, how you doing, buddy? I know you've smashed that thumbs up button already, haven't you, Alberto? Let's have a look. Two balls. Yeah, no volume on that one. RMB, that's a bit choppy. Lower price, but it's hitting the numbers. So Fubo, IonQ had earnings as well today, and that's moving up nicely. Hey Ricky, how you getting on, buddy? Those numbers on the CPI, pretty much anticipated, pretty much in line with expectations. Nothing to write home about, so we'll see. No, I'm actually in the Philippines, Double T. Hey, Paul, how are you getting on? Not interested in the Arabic countries, Dubai, UAE, Saudi. I'm just not interested. It just doesn't appeal to me. I've been to Dubai loads of times, and I just find it artificial, soulless. I think that's probably the best description of Dubai. It's soulless. It's just, yeah, soulless. I don't like it. Saudi's not much better. Yeah, so we're just watching for something, anything with a little bit to go after. Right now, not really got much on the watch list. I've just picked out the top movers. Pre-holdings is an acquisition, so not really much in the way of opportunity there. App loving is moving up on earnings and breaking highs right now. Where's my orange shirt, she says. Orange is not the new black. I'm not in prison. Although I've got prison grey walls, I'm not actually in prison. I'm not wearing an orange shirt to symbolise I'm in prison. Yes, Warden. Let's see, can we break $38 without loving? Not a lot of movement right now. Not a huge amount happening. The volume, Vistagen is below $8, below the VWAP. Are we going to get... So people are watching Vistagen hoping it's going to make another move like it did on Monday, and the chances of that happening are remote. But we'll see. I mean, stranger things have happened. What are you guys watching? Let me know. Are you watching anything? Have you traded anything yet? Are you red? Are you green? Are you just observing and waiting for the right opportunity? Let me know in the chat. Yeah, well, there's nothing else. I'll take a look at it for you, Alex, but there's nothing else moving at all, actually. So, the thing is with these, you're more prone to getting faked out with a move like this. The pop and drops are right. You get a lot of pop and drops at this level. So just be careful. And just across the board, guys, just manage your risk. Be careful. Yeah, Brandon, best to sit on your hands until. Yeah, cheers, Tom. Best to sit on your hands until the right opportunity presents itself. VTV Therapeutics, not the kind of thing I'm interested in, but not a lot else moving, guys. Oh, some fierce music. You see what I mean? That's just dropped like 20%. So just be careful. And goes trying to get green on the day. I'm not convinced at the moment. We'll see what happens. Ooh, where did they come from? We've got hearts on the chat. No? Nice. I'm just going to sit here with my arms folded until about. Yeah, I'm just like everybody else, waiting for the market to do something. I'm going to get a big stick and poke the market because it's likely. Look at this. So we had the expected CPI data came out, and we had this bullish spike. So we had the 8 o'clock scrum, and then we had the 8:30 the CPI data drop. We had the bullish spike. Then it's selling off now. So go figure. Still up on the day, mind you. Still green on the day. But the question is, will I mean, it's breaking lows here, pre-market lows. So will the market be bullish or bearish today? Are we green or red? Yeah, edible garden. It's a bit choppy for me at the moment. I was looking at that earlier for Jaquinia. Very sideways, just either way, up and down below the VWAP, so it's very choppy. Like I say, watch $2 with edible garden. If, and this is a big if because the volume seems to have died out, if it can get over $2, it might go on a bit of a bullish run, but until it does, I'm not interested. Let's see what else can in there. There's not a lot moving. It's Nikola. Yeah, nothing there. I mean, this is just kind of barcoding. So Nikola not really doing much. Fubo, really nothing there in terms of volume, just no volume. Zhao Corporation, no volume. Vistagen. McLovin. Oh, be quiet, Miyako. Why? Why? Get me drink. Please. Thank you. Whatever's coming, man. You're a noisy breather, Miyako. Jack, are you on? You doing TWF? I'm not a big fan of TWS myself. I prefer Dash Trader. What tick is on the screen, Monkey Balls? I've got Vistagen up at the moment. So Vistagen. Thanks a lot. And if you like the cup I'm drinking out of, check out the links in the link tree. I've got my own little Etsy store, whatever it is, merch store. So go and check out the merch store. Get your own mugs, get your own t-shirts, get your own sweatshirts. No, I don't need a sweatshirt. Way too hot here for a sweatshirt. Yeah, I know it does. You still have to pay for data on it there, Jack, but I think it's what, 30 quid a month or whatever. I prefer Dash Trader. You can link Dash Trader. While it's not native to Interactive, you can link Dash Trader into your Interactive account, and you can do that for like 120 bucks a month. So if you're interested in Dash Trader, if you're trading with Dash Trader and you've got an Interactive Brokers account, you can trade with Dash Trader for 120. Well, technically 150 bucks a month for the deluxe package, which gives you the full, the total view and everything else. But if you buy the 120 bucks a month and use the HWT code, that you can get upgraded to deluxe from the standard. So just email me if you need more detail. Yeah, well, Ricky, market, I think just sideways, because the CPI data didn't really do anything. It was pretty much as it anticipated. So it was actually slightly better. The year-over-year data was slightly better than estimates, but nothing to really move the market. It's up, and I think that the fact that it's up on the day, I think was already priced into the anticipated CPI. So yeah, that's CPI data. Not really done much. It's just hovering around 448 on the SPY. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Nothing moving at the moment. No movement at the moment. Bit of a quiet day. Bit of a quiet day. In fact, Lovin can get over 38, might be of interest. I had earnings yesterday at Lovin, and pretty much mooned. It went from, it seems like almost a $10 move. So, well, it is a $10 move. It's over $10 since the close yesterday, based on earnings. So that's at Lovin. Yeah, Xela, it flatters to deceive at the best of times. Cheers, thanks for putting me on mute, Alistair. What's the point? May as well just watch your watch your own chart. Just lack of volume at the moment. Up Lovin. Volume increase, we'll see. Bit of direction one way or the other. Nothing, just nothing moving. So it's about being patient today. No volume. Is Disney in play today? I'm not sure. It's kind of following the market. It's I mean, it's up today. It's like 2% up on the day, but Disney's just sideways. And you can see here, it moved up with the market, then pulled back with the market, and then it's moving back up again. So Disney, look, your guess is as good as mine. It's just choppy sideways at the moment. We're getting a lot of chop at the moment, sideways chop. Fortune Academy. You're a moron. Just thought I'd tell you. You've just been kicked out for spamming my chat. Nice one, Robert. Stay away from the tourist hotspots, though. Thailand's a beautiful country. My ex-brother-in-law lives in Chiang Rai, which is great. It's a beautiful place. So you check out. It's not northern Thailand. It's a little bit more quiet than Chiang Mai. But yeah, it's Thailand's great. But for the fact that nobody speaks English natively. Not like it is here in the Philippines. Everybody speaks English, which is great. Well, Invest Addicts, it's good to be back, buddy. Hey Virgo, good to see you, buddy. Nothing moving at the moment. If you're looking for something to try, there's not a lot setting up. I wouldn't say there's any really good setups at the moment. And Zealous took off, but we'll see. This does flat to deceive from time to time. Yeah, I've got it in John. The reason for that is they're leveraging generative AI with Microsoft Azure OpenAI services. It's a 6.5 million float, 6.5% short. It's not great relative volume at the moment, but let's see. It continues to break highs, could be interesting, but it's a bit of a weak. It's a bit of a weak catalyst. A bit fluffy. You know, AI catalysts can be like that. We'll see. Pop and drop by the looks of it. Samui, I don't like it. Too touristy. Bit seedy as well. Not as seedy as some of the other areas, but it's nice. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it is one of the nicer areas from a tourist point of view. But if you're planning on living there, it's you pay the white skin tax. As I said, the foreigner tax. What are we trading? Equities, buddy. Passive. Only equities. We're not trading forex or crypto or futures. Only equities. Stocks and shares is what we're trading on the US market. As soon as we find something to trade, and it's not a lot moving. You've got to be careful with some of these moves as well. It's break of 6. You could have got a nice 20-25% move on this, but would have been risky. It is a dry day today, Monkey. It's a dry day. I mean, we've had days like this lots of times where you've just got to wait till the open. The volume will come in at the open. Something will pop. Hopefully, something will pop. A good day. Just managed to get over goal yesterday. Like 5 minutes after the stream ended. I think I was 4,800 when the stream ended. When I finished the stream, I managed to finish the goal. Finish on just over goal yesterday. So that was good. First day back and all. How long do I hold my trades for? It depends on how you my trades. It depends, okay? So it's how you're measuring it. So if I go into my trade view stats, it says my average hold time is an hour. But that's not technically true. So because the way it's measured, it's from when I take my first entry to my last exit, its average is about an hour. However, I would say I probably hold my trades about between 5-10 minutes on average. I'm a day trader. I'm short. I'm not quite a scalper. I'm not on a quick move. I'm looking for a longer move, but I want to get out after the momentum's gone. So yeah, it really depends on how you're measuring it. If you're looking for round trip, how long will a round trip from entry to exit? I mean, if I look at the big one I traded yesterday, I would have several entries, get stopped out, then watch the pullback as it makes another move back up. I re-enter, ride that up again, and technically that's one trade. Even though I get stopped out multiple times and re-enter multiple times, it is one trade. It's just I'm putting cut-offs on the actual movement on the range. Right. How's the missus? How's the Wi-Fi, Alistair? I don't know if you've got the subtitles on. If the action's there, Ricky, the problem with trading pre-market is the lack of volume. I mean, we've got just over half an hour till the bell, but the problem with pre-market is the lower liquidity, the lack of volume. I do like to trade pre-market. It tends to be a little bit more tranquil in terms of the moves. You get big moves in short time frames, but you can also get big swings. So the liquidity, if you're not an experienced trader, I would stay away from pre-market and pre and post market, simply because you do have to have an eye on the exit signals and the reversal signals if you're trading pre and post market, because it can happen very, very quickly. But I enjoy trading pre-market. I mean, some days you can hit gold before the bell even rings, which is great. Guys, there's only a third of you actually like this channel, it seems. On YouTube, if you've not done already, just smash the thumbs up button. It really helps me out. It makes me feel special. I'm back. It's nearly 9 p.m. where I am, so I'm doing this for you guys, not for my health. So smash that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Really appreciate that, guys. Just helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if you're watching on TikTok, just tap the screen a whole bunch of times. Let's get the like count up. Again, same reason, it just helps with the algorithm. Which time frames do I use for my analysis and then entries? Multiple time frames, Hasib. I'm looking for confirmation of multiple time frames. I've got right in front of me, I've got the 1, 2, and 5 minute charts open. I've also got the 60 and daily charts. So I'm looking for support and resistance levels on the hour and daily. I'm also looking for patterns on the 1 and the 5 minute, and then I'll look for entries on the 2. BTGN just vomited with 30 cents. Looks like the SPY is trying to make its move back up again. So, will the SPY get over 450 today? What do you think? Bullish day on the markets today or not? I'm thinking 452 maybe. Okay, we're not trading the SPY, it's an ETF, which means it's a derivative. And from a day trading point of view, I don't mind investing in something like the SPY, or particularly I'm holding the TQQQs at the moment. But for day trading, they are derivatives. You're going to get better moves if you go for the instruments that make up the derivative. Shut up, dog. That's starting barcoding, so yeah, probably not something we're interested in. The NGX. Yeah, come on, I'm gonna come over there and strangle you, do you know that? What's all that sand from? Bloody dog dropping sand all over the floor for some reason. Yeah, for me, they're acid. For me, Forex is a mug's game. That's why most people lose on Forex. Yeah, check out my link tree there, Hasid. Just go into my profile in the link tree. You'll find everything that you need there. I'm here every day, so join me live every day, and happy to give you a few pointers. No problem at all. Let's have another look at Big Sealer. This is the problem with something like Big Sealer. It moves up, and then it's got form for doing these kind of moves. Big moves up, big pullbacks. So Dealer Technologies, it's notorious for it. Well, that's trading as a whole there, Hasid. If you manage your risk accordingly, if you've got a profitable strategy and you're disciplined enough to stick to it, and you manage your risk accordingly, the problem with Forex is twofold. Because there's no volatility, there's not enough volatility. So the small incremental moves you get in Forex, you have to take huge leverage in order to profit from it. And when you take the more leverage you're using, the bigger the risk. Most people that get into Forex get into a couple of reasons. It's low barrier to entry. You can start trading Forex for like $20, $10 in some place. And with that, you can do these YOLO pumps and stuff. But Forex is not, for me, it's not. You can't apply logic the same way you can to trading equity with Forex. I've been lost without volume indicators as well, and there's no volume indicators in Forex, so that's another one. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of Forex. I don't trade Forex. I've tried trading Forex and I just don't like it. Everybody that's on the socials saying I made this much, that much on trading Forex, no, they didn't. They're all, the majority of them, I'm not saying they all are, but there's a couple of them, like the Rainer Tio and a couple of others that are actually legitimately profitable doing it. But the majority of them are just scammers. So yeah. Yeah, commodities as a whole, it's a similar sort of thing, double T. Commodities as a whole, just, I don't like trading commodities. Don't usually get choppy acts in trading commodities. Let's have a look at what Stonehound is doing. I mean, it's there, but it's not really doing much. Volume is there's no volume pre-market. That's what's missing at the moment, is the volume. If we can get something with a bit of volume, then we've got a chance to actually make a little bit of because there is nothing moving. The majority of retail traders will all be looking for that one stock move. So when we do get something that moves, the volume will all flow into that one stock. It always happens that way. We do have a lot of people have the little favourites that they like. I mean, what do you have? The big buyer there at 213. $25,000 share buy order at 213. I trade the NYSE and the NASDAQ, so it's not so much trade the New York session only because I'm trading equities. I don't trade any other markets. So if you're trading trade the London Stock Exchange, for example, less volume. It's not as good to trade. And so the volume is all on the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ. So that's why I trade these markets. Hey Eunice, how you doing? It depends on your size of account, Jayad. So interactive, it's good for day trading. You can use Dash Trader with interactive brokers. It's good for day trading, but they do, if you're in the UK or Germany, they will employ the pattern day trading regulation against you. So what does that mean? If you've got less than $25,000 in your account, you are only permitted to make 3 day trades over 5 consecutive days. So you're limited with a small account. If you've got a larger account, kind of 30,000 or above, then yes, interactive brokers is a reasonable broker to use for day trading. If you've got less than 30,000 in your account, I would say find a better broker, because like Capital Markets Elite Group or Speed Trader, well, even Speed Trader, they want you to have 30,000 in your account as well. Even though there is no pattern day trading rules there, they do have a requirement that you're opening your account with 30,000. So yeah, the pattern day trade would prohibit in the UK with interactive. Now, if you're in Ireland, as I was, or in the Netherlands, or Spain, or any other else in Europe except the UK and Germany, then there is no PDT rule, because the interactive in those locations are governed out of Cyprus, not out of the US. Because the arm of Interactive UK is linked directly with Interactive in the US, is why they have the pattern day trading rule. Cheers, Lisa. Didn't see you yesterday, so this is day 2. Yeah, I was asking Winthorpe, Don. Winthorpe made quite a bit of money on frozen orange juice. The Mortimers. What was it? What trading places? What was the name of the 2 people? Randolph and the Duke. Randolph and Mortimer Duke. That was it. The Dukes. Randolph and Mortimer. Well, we've got 20 minutes. 20 minutes before the bell. No, it's quiet pre-market. Hey Liz, how you doing? What am I watching? Not a lot really. I've just got Soundhound on the screen, but there's not a lot moving at the moment. So just waiting for something to spark into life. we had the CPI numbers drop earlier, pretty much as anticipated. So no movement as a result of that. I mean, whilst the markets are moved technically up on the day, you can see here, this is where the CPI data dropped. We had a bullish spike, bearish retracement, and then a move back up. And it's pretty just, it's sideways shot. So this is the market as it stands right now. It's sideways shot. If you look at it over the last, look at it on the daily, look at it over the last couple of weeks, since the beginning of August, a bit of a pullback from the highs in July. But you know what? It needed it, because if you look at how well it's been moving up this year, since March, it's been moving really, really well, the market. So a bit of a healthy, what I would say is a healthy retracement. So yeah, let's get back to kind of bullish waves up to kind of 450, 452 will be nice today, and then a continuation there, get back up to 460s next week. Vacation. What's the bell for? The bell is for the market open. Currently we're in pre-market trading hours. The actual market opens at 9:30 a.m. New York time. So it's not a vacation, Liz. I've actually relocated. So and kind of enjoying that fact. Hey, Vivek, how you doing? Yeah. Vistagen. Put it on the 1 minute here. Vistagen back over the VWAP will be interesting, but I don't think this is. If you're expecting this to go back up to $60, I think you're going to be waiting. Yeah, cheers, Evac. Not really needed. Cheers, though. And the Discord is a private Discord for Day Trade with Tony community members only. So we've got 9:30 is when the market actually opens. So that's when you'll see the volume will flood in. You'll see a lot more movement. You'll start getting volatility halts, and that's the first 10-15 minutes of the market after the bell, from 9:30 to 9:45. It's absolute carnage. It's madness. But you can make a lot of money in that 15 minutes. Morning, Cedric. Good to see you. Well, to be fair, I don't buy Florida oranges, so I'm just not seeing anything moving really. Pound Hound is the biggest mover above $2. And you know what? It ain't doing much. I have this little squeeze. Again, look at the volume and the blanks that we've got here. It's kind of not doing anything. And then it's almost barcoding up to that point, and then it just moved up like 10 cents. It's not really worth writing home about. So 15 minutes and we should see some action. Otherwise, yeah, that's because I'm in the spare room. And in the spare room, I've got there's nothing in the spare room except my trading desk. So it's a big room. So I do need some. I probably need to get some furnishings in here. Maybe a sofa or a. I don't know. We'll see. I was trying to move the sofa, but wouldn't put a sofa in here, but it wouldn't. I couldn't get it through the door, so. So yeah, it's maybe some pot plants or something. Well, look, it is what it is. We can live with it. I can live with it, so I'm sure you guys can. Or maybe I should just turn the, you know, I can control the settings on the reverb or something. It was how do I do this? I'll have a play with it after the stream. The sound settings, how to control echo and stuff. It's just I'm not very tech savvy when it comes to streaming. That's pretty much it, really. That's the issue. I'll have a word with my fiance. She's good at that sort of stuff. I don't know if she'll know about that, but she's good at imaging stuff and, you know, photo editing and Photoshop and stuff. But I don't know about the actual audio, so I'll ask her later. If she knows anything about that. Yeah, so Vistagen popped up above the VWAP and then popped back down again. Oh, I just don't see this going up to 60 again. If you're holding bags up at like 30, 40 or $50, I'm sorry guys, you're probably going to be holding them for a long while. Yeah, well, that's because there is an echo in the room. You're probably right. Maybe if I hold the curtains or something. Lays. There's always one that says the music's too loud. Let me see. No, it's not. No, it's not. Hello to you as well. There you go. Turn the music down so everybody can hear it now. Some of the tunes, some of the tunes are a little bit more in your face than others, but you know. Hey, Laura Luna. I got him. Well, that's what it's about. It's not about the echo or whatever. Well, let's have a look. No, I'm not interested in it. These literal penny stocks. I'm just not interested. Just not interested. I would rather wait for something because, hey, what are you trying to achieve with something that's like 30 cents? Come on. I'd rather trade something that's going to make a decent move and move like $2 and I can actually trade it predictably. No, I'm not interested in T2. It's just not at the level. If it's less than $2, I don't want to know. I don't touch it. That's just me. I'm not saying people can't make money on these literal penny stocks, but I don't touch them. You're more prone to fake outs and manipulation at that level than you are at say something like Vistagen, for example. Disney, again, Disney is flattering to deceive. It's testing 89, 70s. It's sideways choppy, very sideways, very choppy at the moment. We'll see. It might move. I mean, it was volatile yesterday after hours for obvious reasons, but I'm not seeing any signs that it's going to move big one way or the other. I mean, it went as low after hours yesterday. Started off, it did that liquidity grab that they do when they're dropping earnings and stuff. It went down as low as 84.60s, and then popped up after that and went up as high as 92.80. So they're like $8 move from the swing low to the swing high after hours last night. Very early hours in the morning. Me. After market hours. That's Disney. But I'm just holding Disney long term. I don't mind. I mean, I'm happy that it's up, but it's down quite a bit from the highs of February. So Disney's not making a lot of money for people who are in it long term at the moment. You kind of did all day. It kind of did. The problem that I had was the dog more than anything. I got here by saying that I brought too much. I got stung in terms of removal fees, but the dog took a week longer than anticipated. So I shipped her across. She landed in Manila, and then she was due to come up from Manila to Negros on a ferry, and then we had a super typhoon in Manila. So there was a week's delay because of the storms before she actually did arrive. So I was 2 weeks without the dog. I'd only anticipated being without her for a week. So that was probably the biggest hiccup. And then, of course, I had 5 days without connectivity because Philippines. But yeah, so that was the biggest hiccup, was losing the dog for 2 weeks. Right, we've got 8 minutes to go. Just under 8 minutes. 7.5 minutes, if you will, until the market opens. Oh, we might get a bit more from Luna today because it's earnings day for Luna as well. Intuitive Machines. Right now, there's nothing significantly moving. That's all I'm saying. We're struggling for good setups, and do you know what? It's better to just sit on your hands and wait, because after the bell, something will come along and it will set up for you. So it's best just to sit and wait and not take any dubious trades, because it's a boredom trades invariably will lose you money. Taking boredom trades that don't meet your criteria of your strategy is going to lose you money. So be disciplined. Sit on your hands. You know what? This trading game, it shouldn't be exciting. If you're getting adrenaline filled, you're probably doing it wrong. It should be boring. It should be methodical. Trade to a plan. Trade to strategy. And the majority of the time should be just sitting waiting for that trade. The money is in the waiting, not in the trading. Actually. Which tickers am I looking at today, Liz? Well, let's see what the market throws up at us. We've not really seeing anything that's moving of any particular velocity. So this Millennium Group just popped up onto the scanners, but not great. Not great. In fact, the volume is very poor. Matt Loving is struggling at 38 to hold up, get above 38. We've got Vertigen or Vistagen below 8, below the VWAP. Yeah, we've just got to sit and wait. Be patient, guys. Be patient. We've got 5 minutes, just under 5 minutes left of the pre-market session. The overall market's just very sideways and choppy. It looks like it's going to be a sideways choppy day across the market, so just manage your risk, be patient, don't get ahead of yourself, don't take those bottom trades. The NASDAQ is sideways and choppy as well. Yeah, just be patient, guys. Let the market come to you. Don't go chasing. Yeah, Vol's probably the best. It's been a bit of a poor market so far. It's very reluctant. I tried something with Gorilla, but as it started to break highs, I got in and then it reversed, and so I got out for a small loss. So yeah, that's pretty much it at the moment. Nothing really floating my boat. I don't know about you, if you're watching anything, if anybody else is watching anything. Let's CPI came out already, Jay. So CPI pretty much as expected, as anticipated, both on the monthly, slightly lower than anticipated, very marginally lower than anticipated on the annual numbers, but the month over month, both core and normal were as anticipated. So no real movement on the markets as a result of the CPI. So if you can see here, we've got this bullish spike at 8:30, then we had a bit of a retracement, then it's moved back up. So we're just sideways and choppy around the VWAP. The VWAP is pretty much horizontal, with the exception of this bullish spike when a bit of volume came in. But it's pretty much horizontal, which tells you it's just a sideways, go nowhere, do nothing day so far. And that's the way it's going to be today, I think. I think it's going to be a lot of chop, a lot of fake outs, fake moves. So just be careful, manage your risk accordingly, don't be jumping in gung-ho, don't stay away from the YOLO plays, and wait for a setup that meets your criteria. If you don't have a strategy or you don't know how to trade, come join Day Trade with Tony, and I'm happy to get on a call with you and engage with you directly. It's weak all over, boss. Weak all over. Edible's been very sideways choppy as well. Edible Garden. So Edible Garden, nothing. It popped up first thing, and since about 7:30, it's just been sideways chop. Look at this. So yeah, it popped up first thing about 7 o'clock, and then since 7:30, it's just sideways, choppy chop sideways. So that's Edible Garden. Whilst it's up 46% on the day, it's not done anything since 7:30, so the last 2 hours have been non-eventful, and that's pretty much the story of the markets today. It's just non-eventful. There's not a lot moving. We've got a minute before the market opens, so let's see what the market throws up at the bell. At Loving seems to be breaking a little bit of a high. Finally over that $38 level. At the moment, I've got it down to a minimum. I think it's 100,000. But after the bell, I increase it. That's for Shabadoo. PUP. Yeah, this doesn't. There's no volume on it. So Tupperware brand, there's no volume on it. Whilst it moved up last week, it's been very choppy since. No volume on it. So it needs more volume. There's the bell. I'll change the scanners over. So app loving popped up and then dropped back. So let's see what the market throws up at us. Let's see if we're getting volatility halts. Lee Autos popped up and then pulled back. I think we're going to get a lot of this chop. Might be worth just leave the first 5 minutes. Let's see some opening range candles form and see what the market then, which direction the market takes, which direction the individual stocks take. It's not worth risking anything for moves that are not going to sustain. Yeah, so that's moving up, but you can't do that. What about Millennium Group? So Millennium's over $3 now. Very choppy. Not great volume, relatively speaking. So normally it does like average over the last 3 months. It's been doing an average daily average of like $750,000 in volume on the daily. We're only at like $250,000. So relatively speaking, it's not great volume either. Millennium Group. It could improve. App loving's not great on the relative. Yeah, we just gotta wait for something to present itself, I guess. I'm not seeing anything yell. Yeah, Yellow Corporation popped up. Yeah, let's see. It looks like it's going to be one of those days. So this is halted to the upside. Macrogenics. It's moved a whole dollar since the open. But those moves don't look very strong to me. We'll see. That'll resume at 37, 9:37. And tried 9:38. This is too loud, this music. I'm gonna have to move it along. Is anybody seeing anything else moving? Lee Auto trying to break highs up at 44. Yeah, Disney again, very choppy, very sideways. Pop up at the open, drop, and then a drop down back below 90. So just be careful out there, guys. It's one of those very. I mean, if you look at the market itself, it's a very similar situation. Very choppy, sideways action at the moment. We'll see. Edible Garden seems to be making some moves. I know a lot of people were looking at this pre-market, so it's now making some moves. But again, the velocity of the move isn't really saying a lot to me at the moment. At this level, you want to be this kind of breaking, moving to, what's the range? 10 cents on the average true range. You've got 3 cents on the spread. Yeah. Yeah, cert just halted. No volume. So Alex, whilst it halted to the upside, it did it with no volume. So there's like 300,000 shares traded across, well, just over 300,000 shares traded across the whole day on Certara. So yeah, we need some of the larger stocks are actually making moves, which could be worth you looking at. Tesla up there at 240s. The higher caps seem to be moving. Amazon, very choppy sideways with Amazon. Pepsi moving up with the market. AMD breaking highs. AMD. How do you use the ATR? That's a good question. So using the ATR, the average true range, it's a good measure of volatility. So what you're essentially doing is that's the average it moves across that number of whatever time period you're on, that number of candles that you set it to. So I've got it set to the last 14 candles. And I've currently got on AMD, for example, a 40-cent ATR, which basically means from the top to the bottom of the candle, from the high to the low, on average over the last 14 candles, it's 40 cents. So that is, how do you use that? Because what you want to be doing is you want to be setting your stops, using that as an indicator as to where you want to set your stops. If it's going to go in your direction, what you don't want to be doing is setting it less than, or certainly not less than half of the ATR, because the likelihood is you're going to get stopped out. So if you look at your spread and your ATR, it can give you an idea of what kind of risk to associate to a particular move. So that's how you use your ATR. It's a measure of volatility, and it's a good way of calculating your risk and where to put your stops. So S&P 500 breaking highs. XPeng just broke the pre-market high. Let's go back to Edible Garden. Devil horns on the 1, 2, and 5 minute. So that's not very appetizing. I was going to look at Li Autos, but XPeng's a little bit less expensive than Li Autos. Looks like it's moving up with sympathy on Li Autos. So Li Autos having, I think it has earnings this morning. Anybody see anything worth getting excited about? Because I'm not seeing anything at all right now. MGNX, that's making moves, but gapped down heavily on it. It halted up and it gapped down on resumption, resumed quite substantially down. It's trying to make a move backwards. This is choppy. So what we're not seeing is clean moves, and that's what we really want to look for. So whilst we can find a little bit of volatility and a little bit of momentum in places. It's just not clean. So just be wary of fake outs and fake moves. And don't chase the momentum unless it's good momentum. Yeah, but I'm not. Again, it's flattering to deceive. Just because this went up to $60 on Monday, people, it's the darling with a lot of people. A lot of people are still holding bags with this. I think that's the thing. This went up in a very short space of time, went up to $60 and then sold off just as quick. So there was a $30 price target. It's not been anywhere near that since Monday. And the $30 price target was issued after Monday, after it had already gone up to 60. So we'll see. As long as it's below the VWAP, it doesn't look. It's below, not just below the VWAP, but it's below the 200 as well. So right now, $8 is a magic marker in the sand. You've got the VWAP there at 783, but $8 pretty much 79999, $8 on the 200 EMA, which suggests that longer term it's continuing to sell off. I thought with the big move up from up to $60 and then the fast pullback, there might have been a bit of a better dead cat bounce. But if you look at this on the 60 minute, for example, you see you move up on Monday, it did pull all the way back, but the dead cat bounce didn't really bounce that high. More of a dead cat splat, really, because you're not seeing anything since. It's just the volume was all on Monday. No volume since, really, relatively speaking. So, yeah, that's Vistagen. Yeah, Tango today is not really, it's very choppy. You know, we were able to trade it well yesterday, but today just too choppy. All the wicks both up and down. Not a good chart to try and trade. So it's just about wait for the right opportunity. I mean, Tango pretty much did the lion's share of getting to goal yesterday. So Infla RX moving up. Not great volume. Well, while we're waiting, let's do this. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything of any kind of let's see, test. Carol's restaurant. Hey Carol. What am I trading? I'm looking for something, John Gang. I'm looking for something. I'm still waiting for something to present itself. Roblox looks like it's having a moment. So let's have a look at Roblox. Yeah, Roblox just popped. So let's have a look at Roblox. Let's see. We like when Roblox moves up. And we get 10 cents out of this. Over 31, and we're golden, I think. Up between spreads right now on Roblox. Got 10-cent trail and stop on that. As that moves up. I know that the range is 20 cents, but I figured it looks like it's struggling at 31, but we'll see. J-Edge, great. Great. I'll have a look at CLSK in a moment. Like to see this over 31, but it looks like it's struggling a little bit, Roblox. Not seeing anything really exciting. Yeah, just a small lock on Roblox. I thought it was going to take off and get over 31 bucks, but then, yeah, look, it is what it is. It still might happen, but yeah. I'm not seeing anything that's exciting me. The markets are moving up. The high caps seem to be where it's at today. Hello, Kitty. Nvidia breaking highs. Yeah, well, to be fair, the SPY it's over 450s now. So I'd like to see this around 452. And get over 451, we might see 452 today. A nice bullish day today after pretty much a week of chop and a big gap down on, when was it? It pulled back last week, second. Well, that's Wednesday, and it's just been choppy since. Very choppy sideways since. It pulled back on Wednesday last week, so a little over a week ago, and it's been choppy sideways since. Looking at on the daily, so that's the market as a whole. Right now, let's have a look at this one that just hit the scanners. Why? No volume. I need to just change the volume threshold. Get rid of some of these. There we go. Yeah, so sorry guys, if you're tuning in looking for some trades, it's not a good day for that. It really isn't. It's a very choppy day. The larger caps, the larger caps seems to be where it's at the moment. So just keep an eye for whatever else is moving. Palantir waking up. Yeah, again, it's a bit choppy though, isn't it? Look at that. Yeah, nothing going on there. Info RX, I just can't get on board with this. It's moving up. It's trying to go green on the day, and that's a strong move up. But I'm just not seeing it. It's not got the momentum. Volume's just not great either. So look, we'll see. Yeah, it curled. Like I say, the problem is how choppy the moves are. There's no clean moves. Like yesterday with Tango, we had lovely clean moves. Let's have a look at Shopify. I moved off Shopify because nobody was buying on it, so I just stuck it on Etsy. On my merch store. I've got paying every month for my merch store that nobody was buying from, so I thought, okay, I'll just stick it on Etsy, and then I just pay when you guys buy something. So if you want any day trade with if you want, shut up, dog. Miyako, quiet. If you want any day trade with Tony merch, check out the link. It's now on Etsy. Yeah, it broke 31 and then pulled back, Vol. Now below 31 again. Shopify, nothing is really Miyako, shut up. I'll throw something at you. Oh, water, that's... But that's just it, Vols. I mean, we're getting excited on a choppy move up because there's nothing else to get excited about. And it's just one of those days where the majority of the moves are so choppy that anything that moves are like, oh yeah, that look, it's and then you get faked out. So it's going to be one of those days. Look, just be patient. Something's going to move, and it's going to move well. And as long as we're patient, we'll catch it. Patience is absolutely the key, Calvis. You know, you hit the nail on the head. Consistency and patience. Patience can you know, give you that consistency. And it's okay if you do get into something, if you lose your patience, you get into something and it doesn't go your way, cut your losses quick. You know? I mean, I could have got into, I could have held on to Roblox when I cut my loss there. It was like, it just wasn't feeling it. And I could have held on to that all the way down to here and move back up. But I might look for a bounce on 31. It was a clean move. It was a clean move. Did I have any luck trading early this week? Well, this is the second day of trading this week. I traded Tango to the most part yesterday. Spent 5.5K on Tango. I lost a K on 1,000 on another one. So and then I finished 6,100 yesterday. So it was not a bad day. First day back after a sabbatical for the relocation. But day over goal. But yeah, Tango yesterday, it was just a nice solid momentum move, and what I'm not seeing at the moment is that momentum. There's just no momentum. You know, there's moves to the upside, but they're moving up in a choppy way, so you're not getting that clean momentum move. Let's see. We just sat here waiting for something to present itself, and you know, it's gonna be patient. Be patient. So yellow corporation, not feeling it. On the 5 minutes, it's looking reasonable, but very choppy. Look at the wicks up and down there. It's just missing that clean move. So patience, I think, is the key today. Go back to Alba and see if we can't not move on Roblox now. When I'm watching the scanners here, and they're reporting in real time, and I'm seeing spikes up, but then I'm not getting that series of moves. So that's why I'm like, okay, the spike up, and then it's pulling back a bit, and then it'll another spike up a little bit later, and it's just, there's just no. When you're looking at your Benzinga, when you're looking at the signals on Benzinga, you want to see the you know, there you go. Apple, for example, has just hit a day high series, so that's a nice move up there, because you get a session that you get high after high after high after high, and 12 in a row, 12 highs in a row. So that's what you're looking for, and there's not many of those coming through. Well, it had good momentum. JI's it had good momentum, had good volume. It was clean moves, a nice setup. The patterns that were in it were, you know, had the moves up, the pullback. It was just a nice setup yesterday on Tango. Mobile Eye hits kind of session highs, day high series, but doesn't have the volume coming through. So you rule that out because of the lack of volume. And Roblox is back below, pulling up. So, you know, I looked at the devil horns here, it looked a bit weird. Now we've got a head and shoulders formation. There's a shoulder, there's your head, here's another shoulder formation. So this is not looking great now either. Dom, ExxonMobil making new highs. No, all the good wine in the Philippines is imported. It's not the climate for growing grapes. That's the problem. It's all imported. See, the good thing is that Australian wines are relatively cheap here, because Australia's a hop, skip, and a jump away, you know. And you can get some nice Aussie wines. Nice turn in rum, Tanduay. And San Miguel. San Miguel is native to the Philippines. There you go. And yes, I've moved, Fuzzy. I'm in the Philippines now. No longer in Dublin. No longer in Ireland. Spent the last month moving. So that's why I've been offline for the last while. Brush. Have a quick look at brush. Halt up again. No volume up until this 1 minute. So it's halted. I've got a 458 resumption, so it's pretty level resumption. Yeah, if that continues on resumption after 10 o'clock, so pretty poor results so far. I can have pints with the missus here instead. They're flip jug. It certainly does, Don. It certainly does. That's what stopped my Akko getting here at the right time. We had a super typhoon in Manila a couple of weeks ago, so my Akko couldn't arrive. You get what do you need? Souvenirs? Of course you can get souvenirs, buddy. You can go into the if you want if you want merch. I mean, I'm drinking out of my I trade with Tony mug here. So if you want don't drink and trade, it's got my logo and everything. So if you want the merch, just check out the merch store. It's in the links in the description. So go and get your coffee mugs, your you know, just a fat guy on the internet t-shirts and sweatshirts and whatever. Just check out the merch store, have a look. Yeah, I'm not seeing that. MGNX, it's moving, but it's choppy. I'm looking for a clean move, and I'm not seeing anything that's clean yet. Except I'm seeing some nice clean moves on the higher caps, you know, larger caps, but there's nothing really jumping out on the small caps. Not yet, at least. Hey, baby. I can't come. Hey. No. I'll come in half an hour. I'll be there in half an hour. Well, you asked for it. You guys asked for the merch, so I put up a merch store. You guys asked me to teach you, so I wrote the course. By the way, I'm actually doing I'm halfway through writing a second course on price action. So if you're in the Day Trade with Tony, on the Day Trade, if you've got an active Day Trade with Tony subscription on the Day Trade with Tony course, you'll get access to the price action course as well. If you just want access to the price action course, that'll be launched later this month. Yeah. Next to nothing, Fuzzy. Next to nothing. One of the advantages. One of the many advantages. Oh, my daughter's wanting cuddles. She's going to bed. So yeah, MGNX pulling back. Microgenet. So let's go back to Brush. Brush should have resumed. Just resuming as I turned it on. Over $5. 502 is the halt level. Managed to get some of that. And got it, 575 on that one. So we're now green. It was a false halt. So I put a trailing stop in place. I thought it was going into a halt, and it was a false halt and stopped me out. But I don't mind that. So halt level 33 now. It's great OAL. Great. It's difficult to do that with the static camera though. What I'll be doing, what I'll do is I'll do a separate video of them. I've took some videos of the move across, and I'll put that together, kind of a commentary or whatever, and show you the place with that as well. Got my own coconut tree, which is nice. Oh, actually, I've got 2 coconut trees in the garden. One's green and one's yellow. So I've got green coconuts and yellow coconuts. The yellow coconuts aren't great. I opened one up and there was no meat in it. That's a big upwick there. Went without me. Can I get fills? Wait for the market to come to me. Now I've got the devil horns. Let's see, I'm not happy about this. The spreads are getting a bit rangy. Spreads are getting quite rangy. Ask hasn't moved much, but the bid certainly did. Yeah, that was a couple of days ago. Reverse split. I mean, the spreads, you get 10, anywhere between 10 and 20 cents at the moment. So 12 cents right now. So I've got to factor that in. The range is 30 cents though. So I'm down at the moment. It's at 14 cents. I've got to give it the 30. What's going on here? It looks like just devil horns have not VWAP, I think, for me. It bounced on the 20 before, or on the 9 before, so let's see. There's a little bit of latency on the fills, fuzzy, but it's okay. And I did have some outage. I have to use a VPN, so that's where the latency is coming in. So VPN to New York is the latency. Yeah, that's okay. Wondering what that noise is. It sounds like my dog snoring. It is my dog snoring. Big time. She's kind of acclimatized, but the spreads are like 20 cents at the moment. Well, 10 right now. The devil horns, I should have listened to myself and got out, but it is what it is. I'm looking for any kind of sign of reversal, so I can double this. Widespread, but the range is quite good on this. And we're going to move up. Or not. Let's go out there. I don't like it. So I managed to just took a risky trade there and look for a bounce, which I got there, and it's not filling me with confidence. So I just got out for a small profit. So we're doing okay. Yeah, boss. There's not a lot. There's not a lot happening. It's not great. Not great at all. MGNA. Let's have a look at MGNA. My goodness. Just you can actually hear. Let's pause the music. Can you hear the dog snoring? Just. Oh, and that's my little girl there, running around. Hi. Come here and say hello to everybody. Do I get a kiss? Kiss. Just a minute. Oh, me hug. She's overtired. Not had a nap today. Yeah, it's not a good day today. I mean, it's green. Any green is good green. What's Groupon doing? Groupon's hitting the scanners. Yeah, I'm not enamored with Groupon either. So, guys, it's just one of those things. Both if you're not seeing anything setting up that you like, sitting on your hands. Sometimes the best trade is the trade you don't take. Because and I call this out pre-market. It's a very choppy day today. Later today, there's probably something going to blast off and go to the moon. And it can be like that sometimes. But it's better not it's better not to worry about it. Sit on your hands. Yeah, but we have the devil horns here. Now we're getting a triple top on the 5. We're getting an even larger double top on the 1 here. So M pattern, larger M pattern. So I don't trust brush at all. Managed to take some profit out of it. Other than that, I just don't trust it. Let's see if Iron Man's favourite group are doing anything. So Propac Holdings, ACDC. Yeah, well, look, just when it starts curling like that, just look at the wider, take a look, step back, zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out and look at the bigger picture. I'll come back to brush in a second. I just want to see why. Yeah, so it's ACDC kind of had poor earnings and it's bouncing off the back of that. So it gapped down overnight and then looking at so let's look at brush. It had a move up, then it starts to curl back up. But you want to zoom out and look at the bigger picture here. So if you look at this on the 5 minute, what you've got head and shoulders there. You've got although it's a triple wick, you've got a shoulder, head, shoulder. So you've got head and shoulders, which is bearish. So I wouldn't touch that right now. Unless this gets over 550, this is just, it's no longer bullish as far as I'm concerned. You look at it on the 2 minute. So if you look at it on the, you can get faked out. You think, okay, this is you pull back, but you had warning signs there of a reversal with the devil horns. Now you're getting an M pattern formation, which is it's typically bearish. So you've got the M pattern double top there. But if you look at the say on the 5 minute, you've got a head and shoulders. So there's more reversal indicators than there is bullish forward momentum indicators. So I don't trust Brush at all right now. Calvus, where do you want me to stick it? I mean, you've got the trading platform here. You've got my ugly face. You've got you've got a couple of the scanners as well, and you've got a couple of the watch list. There's only so much space on the screen I can show at any one time there, Calvus. So unfortunately, I can't stream everything. I mean, I've got 4 screens in front of me, but I can only show so much. So what I do, so I've got my Dash Trader trading platform, and what you're seeing here is these two charts here, and kind of the top. In addition to this, on my Dash Trader platform, I've also got the clock, I've got the watch list, I've got the time and sales, I've got the 60 and daily in there, I've got my account, I've got my orders, I've got my trades, I've got all of that going on at the same time. On the other screen, I've got a watch list screen, I've got a bunch of charts open on that. You're seeing 3 of those. I've got on my laptop screen, I've got my Benzinga scanners. You're seeing 2 of the 5 widgets that I've got open from Benzinga, and then on my screen to the left is where I've got my stream actually taking place and all the chat and everything else. So what about streaming on the wall behind me? Well, I get kind of in a green screen type of thing. I'm giving you enough. Am I not giving you enough already, Carl? Come on. Actually, what's great is that Dash Trader has the facility to record. So you can, if you're using Dash Trader, you can actually record your action as it is in Dash Trader. So and that's something that comes with the functionality of Dash Trader. You can actually record your screen. But I'm recording for TikTok. I'm recording for YouTube. I'm streaming on Twitch, Rumble, Shared Vision, Facebook. All pretty much everything. So yeah. Big red to green attempt maybe on Various. I'm not feeling it. Not feeling that either. So we've got Loop Media, no volume. Yeah, this is the big sell-off at the open. It's trying to come back. It needs to get over the VWAP, which is it's a low price. Again, low price. RenB just Renovaro Biosciences just tried to make a move up, gone green on the day. Some people trading this. Not my cup of tea. It's not something I'll be trading, but we'll see. GDRX. Good RX. Traded this one 2 times before. But it's better not to take a trade than to take a bad trade. Just saying. I'll... some good RX pulling back from its move up. Tupperware making a little bit of a move. Not feeling that either. Yeah. Hitting those, it tried to hit those pre-market lows, got rejected. So Tupperware doesn't seem to be continuing from its big move earlier in the week, or last week, or whatever it was. Guys, if you're seeing something, you want me to take a look at something, or if you've got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we're just sat here waiting. We managed to get a little bit, but not a lot. It's one of those days. It's got to be one of those days, and they happen. They do happen. It's better to be green than red, granted, but that comes with patience as well, and being disciplined enough not to take poor setups. And the majority of moves that I've seen today have not been clean, so I've not seen anything good. And Cast, you're kind of confirming my thoughts as well. Palantir, we did take a look earlier. It was moving, but it wasn't moving clean. So Palantir again, it's moving up. Longer term, it's moving up, but it's not clean. It's very choppy. It's very choppy. So how do you pick your entries and your exits there? It's just too choppy. Oh, we'll take a look at it for you, Judge. It's not something I would look at. Anything below $2, I don't look at. Yeah, the volume's not great. I mean, you've got 3 volume wicks in the last 10 minutes that have been good, where it's moved up, and then it's just. When I talk about choppy, it's these moves here, which the range is very poor. So we're looking at it's a dollar stock. So you're not going to get unless it's moving well, you're not going to get a good range on it. But the range is very poor. The moves, just volume profiles here does not fill me with confidence. You've got a 1 minute move up, and if you look at the move, it's not great. It's a big volume candle, but not a big move. And then pretty much we traced all of that on virtually no volume. Another big volume candle, a nice mover up that way. It's just choppy, and but fill your boots, not for me. It doesn't look to me like it's good. When it's moved since the open, it's moved 10-11 cents. So, and that's an hour. In the last hour, it's moved at like 11 cents. So for me, no, I don't see a big opportunity there. It's been moving sideways since Monday. It did have a reasonably good move up on Monday. It's like 100% move, but since then it's been very choppy sideways. And MGNX coming back into play, is it? Yeah, no, again, like I say, it's choppy sideways. Below the VWAP. If you can get over $6 with any kind of the volume profile, again, the volume profile is key. What you want to be doing, you want to see consistent volume, you want to see consistent, good bullish patterns and moves. When it's choppy like this, sometimes it's best just take the day and go to the beach or whatever. Not great. Not great at all. Red streaks, I don't let them bother me, Dan, but it's a very good question. So the question, for anyone that doesn't see the question, it's Dan's had a bit of a torrid time, and for August he's been red for 4 weeks consistently. So now he's just managed to have a good day and managed to get break even on the month. Now, handling red streaks is a psychological thing. What you first thing is you've got to zoom out and you've got to treat every day completely different. What happened yesterday has no bearing on what happens today, whether red, green, or indifferent. Okay, so your strategy should take that into account. Now, from a psychological point of view, and this is the big thing, so the psychology of trading is a big thing, and it is the discipline in psychology that's going to cause you more problems than the actual trading itself. You can become a great trader, but if you can't overcome the psychological aspects, it's you start pushing water uphill. So when you get into a red streak, and invariably it will happen, losing trades, I've had 2 today. But I'm profitable today. So losing trades happen. Losing days happen. So you have a red day. Losing weeks happen. You can have red streaks where you can go on a period of like 3, 4, 5 days in a row, 3, 4 weeks in a row where you're losing money consistently. First and foremost, you want to check your strategy. You want to be doing this on a daily basis. You want to be checking your trades. Did you adhere to your strategy? Did you take the right entry? Are you being disciplined with your trade selection? And you should be doing this by default on a daily basis. And if you are, and you're just not getting the rub of the green, because no strategy is 100%, no pattern is 100%. You're gonna have losses, and it's about risk management. Okay, so if you can lose 4, and on the 5th one, you recover the losses and profit besides, you're going to be a profitable trader. The only way you do that is by managing your risk and how much you lose on those 4 losers, and then letting the winner run on the 5th one. But the psychology of red streaks, it can be depressing. It can get into your head, and it can be confidence debilitating from a confidence point of view. So you've got to zoom out. First and foremost, you zoom out on the day. Had a bad day. Had a bad trade. Where am I on the day? How far behind? What do I need to do to get green? If you have you reach max loss and you're okay, I'm locking it down. I've reached my max loss on the day. Zoom out. Where am I on the week? If I'm red on the week, zoom out. Where am I on the month? If you're red on the month, zoom out. Where am I on the quarter? Where am I quarter today? And if in doubt, zoom out. Just keep zooming out until if you're a profitable trader, you're going to get to a point where you're green again. And then you can say, okay, well, I'm ahead for the year. I'm like, I didn't have a great June. I had a terrible June. I wasn't trading for most of July, but had a reasonable July, kind of half July, half goal July, but I only traded half, so it's pretty much on point. But if you get into a red streak, you've just got to keep at it and not let that affect your strategy. If you know you've got a profitable strategy and it's just going against you, you just got to manage your risk accordingly, and eventually the discipline will kick in and you will get beyond that red streak and get green again. That's how I do it anyway. Yeah, the market's having a good day. The SPY's having a good day. It's CPI day today, so the SPY is up. It's 1.1%, which is good. A long way off the highs of late July, but it's a good start. Yeah, that's the problem, Ricky. It's this sideways choppy. It's not just the market. Most of the moves, anything that's moving is doing it. It's not doing it in a clean manner. That's the problem that we're facing. So Brush again is topping the momentum chart, but look at that. How do you trade that? I mean, I traded it and profitably, but I mean, typically, how would you trade that? It's just sideways chart. It's horrible. If it does get over 540, this might actually go on a move, but it went up to what, 850 on Tuesday. Yeah, 850. Reached 850 into the close on Tuesday. So it has the potential to get over there, but it has to get over 550 first. ATXS. No volume. Yeah. Choppy. It's just a choppy day today, guys. So what I would say is C3AI, Cal, I think personally, so AI, so let's look at AI, which is C3AI. When it went up to that kind of 47 or whatever it was in June, I thought it was a bit overpriced. 48, nearly $49, I think it went up to at the end of June, mid-June. But I think 34, I think it's a decent price right now. Let's have a quick look at some of the, because it moved up really well with Nvidia actually. So let's have a look at AI. I want to look at some of the fundamentals. Before I say, is C3AI a good long-term bet? I don't offer financial advice. I'm not offering stock picks or anything like that. I'm just looking at some of the key data. So let's have a look at the key data here. Balance sheet, 1.1 billion. Quarterly cash and short-term investments quarterly, so that's like almost half a billion. So it's profitable. Cash flow, cash from financing 600,000, cash from operations. We're actually losing money. This is the problem. Okay, so always be wary if the income statement and the EBITDA are negative. So if you've got a stock that is not making a company that's not making money, why would you invest long term? Looking at the earnings per share, the diluted earnings per share is $2.45 negative on a revenue of on the income statement, on a revenue of 267 million. So, and fully enough, the net income is negative. They're losing 268 million, 269 million nearly. So the EBITDA, so yeah, it's not a good company profitability wise. So C3AI for me is not a long-term investment until they start making money. They're not making money. So any company that's losing money hand over fist like that is something I wouldn't touch. I personally, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but when I'm looking at long-term investments, I look at companies that have a good, strong financial footing. They've got a strong economic moat. What I mean by that is what sets them unique in their space in the field, and C3AI just doesn't have either of those. So yeah, just the opinions of a fat guy on the internet. That's all that is. Well, there you go, Dan. I mean, look, depending on market conditions, you sometimes have to change it up. Every strategy is different. So I was trading the bull market was relatively easy, but then having to change it up slightly to trade like the bear market last year, and you know, having faith in the strategy is important. If the strategy works and it is proven, it's documented and it's proven profitable, then why change it? Be disciplined enough to stick to it. Just be willing to accept that you're going to be wrong. And this is human nature, is we don't want to be wrong. It's human nature to want to be right all the time. And this is why we will change our in-trade plan to accommodate the trade when we shouldn't do. So if you can accept the fact that you're going to be wrong in your trade selection, probably as much as you are right, if not more than, but if you manage your risk accordingly, then you can remain profitable. Just know that you're going to have losing trades. Just know that you're going to have losing days. And don't think about it after the fact. Look at it, analyze it, learn from it, but don't think about it after the fact. Don't let it affect your judgment on the next day, on the next trade. Every trade is different. Every day is different. So you start from scratch, you start from fresh every single day. So anyway, good luck that way. Good luck getting green down. I'm not seeing anything. Hang on a minute, RCMT. Let's have a quick look at this one. RCMT, no, not seeing that. Vistagen, briefly over the VWAP, and again, not doing much. Kind of wavering about the pre-market lows. Not something I would really get enamored about today. All right, let's see what let's take a quick look at where we actually are, shall we? Okay. Let's go to this and this. I'm not sure if you can see this. Yeah, I'll have to change that up a little bit. Yeah, I'll have to change that up a little bit. I've not changed that up. I'll do this tomorrow. I'm not ready for that right now. So I'll do that another time. So yeah. Yeah, I was gonna look at the Benzinger and stuff, but I've not set up that page properly. So I'll do that tomorrow, and we'll cover that all off tomorrow. So in the meantime, I'm gonna wrap it up. It's a choppy day today, guys. Things might pop around lunchtime, but as far as I'm concerned, it's 10:40 at night. My little girl wants to play, so and her mother's having terrible time trying to keep her under wraps because she wants to. Love you, but sorry, she's dancing to this music. But I'm just going to wrap it up and go and smell and go and play with my family for the rest of the evening. So, guys, take it easy, and I'll be back at it tomorrow. Come join me tomorrow. We'll do it all again, and you're so silly. We'll do it all again, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, guys, take it easy. All the best.